be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end. We're here. Let's go.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم محمود ملقب باسم الكمبيوتر. يا جماعة دي الحلقة الأولى بالنسبة للعبة AssassinsCreed. طبعا يا جماعة اللعبة دي كويسة جدا، فيلا بينا. لسه أول حلقة يا جماعة. زي ما انتم شايفين احنا خدنا المعدات ودخلنا هنخش الكهف. طبعا داخلين الكهف لسه بيشوف في ايه، طبعا لسه بيدور لسه بيشوف. طبعا الكلام كله بيتكلم عن اساس هو لسه بيشوف ايه اللي في الكهف، يعني هو بيدور ايه اللي بيشوف ايه اللي في الكهف. لسه هيخش يركب معدات ويركب الحاجات طبعا الموجوده. ادي يا جماعه تفاحه ادم. طبعا احنا عارفين كلنا تفاحه ادم دي عباره عن ايه، حوار كبير جدا بالنسبه لتفاحه ادم دي، هي اساس اللعبه. هتفتح لي البوابه يا جماعه عشان يبدا يخش
In
جوه.
another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
طبعا كده هنبدا نخش جوه خلاص يا جماعه اهو. ده مكان السر يا جماعه اللي هيكون اللي فيه الاله، اللي آلة الزمن اللي يبدا يخش من عليها. ثم برضه هيستخدم تفاحة ادم تاني عشان خاطر يفتح الباب ده.
I think we're here.
طبعا هيبدأ نخش طبعا يا جماعة كلنا. طبعا يا جماعة زي ما انتم شايفين لسه أول حلقة، يعني هي اللعبة شيقة جدا، لسه طبعا أول حلقة. فحتى أنا عارف إن في ناس عارفينها وفي ناس كده، بس أنا عشان ما صورتهاش، اللعبة شيقة جدا بصراحة، فأنا بعشق الجزء ده. طبعا احنا بنمسك اي لعبة يا جماعة بنقفلها اول باول ومع حلقاتها كاملة عشان تفهموا القصة ماشية ازاي. انا بقفل قصة ومش بقفل مجرد لعبة عادية وخلاص بلعبها وخلاص، انا بقفل قصة.
You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
طبعا بيتخيل.
Desmond?
هيبدأ بقى يا جماعة،
Do you hear us?
هيبدأ بقى يظبطوه على الآلة ويظبطوه على الرينج بتاع الشغل بتاع
What
اللعبة.
happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
طبعا انا مستني يا جماعة بيبدأ انه يعملوا النظام بتاعه، النظام والحاجة بتاعته اللي هو يظبطوه عشان يبدأ هو.
Okay, Desmond. While you were visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any
طبعا عشان هو
major
مش شايف
issues.
حاجة فلازم يظبطوا النظام بتاع اللعبة والكلام ده.
We'll start simple. Walk to
زي ما
the
انتم
marker
شايفين
over there.
هنبدأ احنا نلعب بقى.
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
طبعا هدفنا طبعا نوصل للعلامات دي طبعا الاول عشان هو لسه في الاول.
That's a constraint. These are optional objectives that raise your synchronization rate. All right, Desmond. Follow the on-screen instructions and kill the 2 Templars.
ادي واحد.
All you have to do here is jump the gap.
لا لا ارجع. لازم نكمل على ايه؟ على المكان ده. برضو مصمم هو يقع طبعا يا جماعة. كده بدأت اللعبة يا شباب. كده خلاص اللعبة بدأت خلاص كده. طبعا يا جماعة دي شخصية هيثم. طبعا كلنا عارفين مين هيثم. طبعا اللعبة لسه بتجمع.
I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring a round.
الباب ده يا جماعة. طبعا كده اولنا يا جماعه زي ما انتم شايفين. طبعا هيثم دخل على المكان ده في مهمه طبعا هو طالع يخلصها من الاخر كده. هو كده طالع ينهي حد. هو كده داخل ينهي حد. خلاص كده يا جماعه هنشوف هينهي مين.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
دي حفله يا جماعه.
This way, please. My apologies.
هنعدي الناحية التانية عشان يقعد على كرسي.
Evening, Haytham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
شفت لكم يا جماعة هو هدف ولا حاجة. هو هدفه كده على حد.
Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
زي ما انتم شايفين الشباك ده منور. هو هدفه على الشخص ده. خلاص هو كده شافه. كده هو شافه. هيبدأ بقى ايه يخطط عشان ايه يبدأ يوصل له يا شباب. وهيوصل له.
Sir, Black Mall has sent word a trial comes on in the afternoon, and she hopes you will order matters so as to bring her off.
1,000 pardons. My apologies. So sorry.
Tom Gag, sir, is found guilty.
A lazy dog. When I took him the time before, I told him what would come to if he did not lend his hand. This is death without reprieve.
طبعا محدش واخد باله.
I made mention of booking. For Tom Gag. £40. Let Betty Slide know I'll save her from the transportation. So I can get more by her staying in.
مش وقتك خالص.
Brought more goods into our loft here than any five of the gang. And in truth, it is a pity to lose so good a customer.
If none of the gang take her off, she may, in the common course of business, live at 12 months longer. I love to let women escape. A good sportsman always lets the end partridges fly, because the breed of the gang depends on it. Besides, the
اللفة دي كلها يا جماعة عشان يوصل هنا. هوبا لازم نكسر القفل ده. ثواني بس عشان نكسر القفل، نحاول نكسر القفل، فبتبقى صعبة شوية. في زرار كمان لازم يتحرك معاه. ماشي، هنجرب كمان مرة. ايوه كسر القفل يا شباب. هي بس ايه حركة كده بسيطة بتكسر القفل اللي جوه، فطبعا بيطفش الطفشة اللي جوه خالص عشان خاطر يكسر السن بتاع الايه بتاع الحز بتاع الباب عشان يبدأ يوصل. هوبا ماشي الكلام. احود يا معلم. كده عشان يوصل الايه طبعا للراجل اللي هو عاوزه. تمام. طبعا من غير ما يتشاف يا جماعه، ان اللي هو اتشاف المهمه باظت خلاص مش هينفع، فلازم طبعا يا جماعه زي ما انتم شايفين ما يتشافش. المهمه دي ما ينفعش يتشاف فيها خالص.
and makes him risk another without fear or scruple. But all the way, for 'tis a pleasure to be the messenger of comfort to friends in affliction.
وصل الأوضة. الراجل اللي هو عاوزه وصل. الراجل اللي هو عاوزه طبعا. خلاص كده هيبدأ يقعد بقى اهو. هيثم. شوف اهو عرف اللي هيثم وراه طبعا يا جماعه. هو هيثم عاوز حاجه منه. كده يسبق يقتله خلاص. قتله وخد منه القلاده دي. اكيد تبع تفاحه ادم برضو القلاده دي، بس العيل شافه. طبعا عيل مش هيعرف اوصاف دي طبعا، شيء طبيعي يعني. هوبا في جزء خدامين طبعا طالعين يشوفوه، بس ما حدش عرف طبعا ان هو خرج من الاوضه عندهم. هوبا اكتشفوا الامر طبعا. كده الناس صوتت فوق، اكتشفوا الامر خلاص. كده بدأ يشكين في الناس مين يموته والكلام ده. طبعا انا لازم اخلع بسرعه. طبعا الحفله وقفت يا جماعه. الحفله وقفت تماما وزي ما انتم شايفين بيحاول يخرج جوه اهو. مفيش اسرع من كده، ما ينفعش يجري يا جماعه. لو جري هيتشك فيه، ما ينفعش يجري. طبعا زي ما انتم شايفين بيفتشوا الناس اللي شاكين فيه على طول، بيفتشوه ويمسكوه ويفتشوه طبعا عشان هيثم هادي، وطبعا في نفس الوقت بيخرج باسلوب حلو، فطبعا هو عمره ما يتشك فيه. وخرجنا يا شباب.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be
أولنا يا
off
جماعة، أولنا
To fleet and
القلادة.
ride.
by your command?
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen.
How fair your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. That is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
لغايه ما يبقى هيثم حاجه طبعا حاجه كبيره في الدوله
عندهم. This magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic.
طبعا كده القصه اولنا. طبعا هيثم يا جماعه سافر من بلد لبلد وخش على السفينه عشان يكمل كده طبعا رحلته.
Some fresh air might do me good.
فطبعا كده يا جماعه اول حلقه طبعا يا جماعه، نشوفكم على خير في حلقه جديده باذن الله. ما تنسوش الاشتراك في القناه عشان يوصلكم كل جديد. السلام عليكم.